Reddit is a social media platform. We have the opportunity to match our users with messages that some brands or clients or advertisers might have. And I look after the sales teams, the sales strategy ops teams, the biz ops teams, the agency development team, the sales enablement teams, i.e. many teams on a global level that are helping making that match happen and therefore monetize our platform at Reddit.
Outside of Reddit, of course, I've seen that you've also been at other social medias like Pinterest and Google, and you have an incredible history that I hope to get into. But before we get into that, it's something I didn't think we would be discussing, but I want to have your take on what has been happening in the last couple of weeks with Reddit. Do you guys have any effect of the whole GameStop history? What's been happening there?
I kind of expected that you would ask something around that immediately, because it's been global news. Look, from our end, like from a Reddit perspective, this doesn't really surprise us. Look, our company slogan, or what we focus on as a company, is we have passionate communities that drive action. And clearly here you had a passionate community that drove action. So we see this happening on our platform every day. Yes, this one got picked up and definitely had a more global effect. But I would say, and I mean this in the most non-arrogant way, but I would believe that Reddit plays a role like this every day in our communities and helps our users and helps them take action on their passion.
Seems like this would be like in the booklets going to the companies, like, look how engaging our communities are.
Of course, this is a catalyst to like, wow, okay, I can really connect with really cool people on Reddit who are super engaged, who have clearly showed their interest. And, if I want to reach out to them, it sounds like Reddit's the place to be, to reach out to them. So yeah, of course, it helps that you're in the news that much. I'm not going to say that doesn't make my life or my team's life easier. Yeah, of course, it makes the life easier.
How do you sell Reddit to new brands?
I get that you use the word sell. I more look at it as a partnership, but that's a very corporate thing to say. But just to quickly, I do see it as more, I'm not trying to sell anything. Like, what I'm trying to do is like explain to companies what Reddit is about. And it's one of the reasons why I joined Reddit. I was a big Reddit user. So what we do is like inform our clients or SMEs like, hey, we have all these people from first-time car buyers to people who are interested in stock trading, to people who are interested in gaming, right? And Redditors do like brands on the platform because often a brand is the way how they can move their passion into action, right? A brand or a company often is the vehicle that allows us to buy the product or do the thing that they want to do, right? If that's an audience that you're looking for as a company, we have them. They're super engaged. You often can't find them on Facebook, Google, Instagram, or on other platforms, right? So I think you should just try to get your message across that passionate platform, passionate people on our platform. And that's more like, so I won't call that selling, it's more informing. And most of the time people get it, like, hey, that makes sense. Actually, I want to try this.
Is Reddit doing something different that the others like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube just seem to miss?
So what we do, I guess like the key thing that we do different is like, we kind of have like 3 levels of moderation. So of course we have our company policies, right? No hate speech, right? No bad behavior, all that stuff. But then we have a level of moderators. And these moderators are actually people that are big Reddit users that are part of the community. And therefore, they have a very good sense of understanding about what this topic is about that they're moderating, and therefore what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, right? What adds value in the discussion. So that extra level of moderators is critical, I think, that Reddit has that other platforms don't have. And then the other thing I would just say, like what I think Reddit does unique is, if you're a Reddit user, you've seen there's an upvote and a downvote on a comment. So actually the community is keeping themselves in check. Because if you say something that is just outrageous or is not relevant or doesn't help participate the discussion, people will downvote your comment and therefore it will not appear anymore. So I think that's also unique on Reddit, that actually the community also keeps itself in check.
What about the karma points? That's something I haven't seen on any platform, and I feel like it should be like a thing, because it adds a layer of transparency as well.
We want to reward Redditors who are just contributing a lot in various communities and are really helping driving discussions forward in our communities. And look, we could have made it a corporate thing, like, okay, we will start rewarding as Reddit people. But it's like, that's probably not the way how this should work. What it should work is users should be appreciating other users about how great they're contributing to some of the communities that they're part of. And therefore, that's kind of like what this karma and this process is about. And if you see a person with a lot of karma, you're like, hey, this is a person that, that comment is really great because they clearly add a lot of value to communities on Reddit. So that's kind of like the equivalent of what we do at our platform. But what you often see happening online is you kind of go down a track whereby you find a lot of the same of what you are thinking. What we've seen on Reddit, we're more like a community discussion platform. And what that often does is you might have said something like that could have been very one-sided, but then you read the comments from 3 other people like, maybe I was a bit too narrow in that thinking. Maybe I should have thought about it a bit differently, right? So we've actually seen that the Reddit behavior leads to less polarizing of the discussion, which I think is important. And what you might be saying is like on some other platforms, you actually get polarizing behavior happening.
If there's anything you'd want the listeners to know about Reddit, what would it be?
First of all, I would like them to know how it works. So if you haven't gone to Reddit yet, go to Reddit and look at the popular feed and see if there's anything that you find interesting in that, or take whatever thing is top of mind for you and just put it like in the search query and look at the communities that are available and become a member of that community and start interacting with that community. I think you will find a wealth of information and a wealth of knowledge about topics that you're interested in that can probably help you with, we spoke a lot about decision making here, emotional, gathering information, and then trying to figure out like what's the point to decide to make that decision a yes or a no. I think Reddit can play a key role in that. And second, I would say, look, Reddit is big, right? It's a global platform, right? With users everywhere. There are 130,000 communities. There's a topic for anything and everything. And I think there's a golden opportunity for companies to make that match happen between all these passionate and interested people on Reddit who are seeking information and what your brand has to offer to help them take action on that passion. So if you are a brand with any kind of passion and any kind of interest to people, which I think most brands are, right? I think you have a spot on Reddit. I think there's an opportunity for you to participate with this leaned in audience on Reddit.
If you like this episode, you can check out our most recent one here. And if you haven't already, make sure you click here to subscribe and see the next one. But if you're interested in more tips and tricks, then make sure to join our Facebook group where you can find thousands of like-minded people and you get direct access and support to any business question from the entire startup funding event team.